โหลดเกมทำเลยกันเฮ้ยอ่ะ
You
Revelio.
really showed that troll what's what, didn't you?
เฮ้ยโอ้ยเหมือนจะไม่สบายเลยบันไดวน
Revelio.
นี่เราก็ยังเข้าไม่ได้หรอกคืออะไรก็ไม่รู้เนี่ยเฮ้ยนี่เลยเก็บตังค์ปึ๊บทำอะไร
Lumos.
ว้าวไงต่อแล้วไงต่อเปิดรูป
Revelio.
อ้าวถ้าปรับภาพขึ้นจะเล่นได้ไหมคะลองดูดีกว่าว่ะคุยกับใครครับเนี่ยเป็ดสูงสุดที่กูปรับเหรอไม่ได้ปรับเลยนะมาสูงหน่อยได้ไหมอ่ะเออปรับใช้การตั้งค่าแล้วก็ไม่มีแล้วไหมปิดเปิดกลางมาว่าลองดูก็มันก็แบบเซตติ้งมันสดๆเลย
Revelio.
ตอนแน่ตรงนี้ไม่มีอะไรเก็บใช่ไหมอะไรอ่ะ
Really, no time to dally. Be on
นี่
your
ครับ
merry way.
มาทางนี้ จริงๆมันก็มีฟาสต์ทราเวลทำไมไม่ฟาสต์ทราเวล
Revelio.
เปิดประตูอ่าป้องกันตัวจากสัตว์มืดโอ้
What do you want? If I could have all that happened, that
คือห้องจานอยู่ไกลจังวะ
Revelio.
เอาตรงนี้สวัสดีครับจานโอ้ยมีกล่องด้วยนะครับเนี่ยน่ามีเลยปั๊บปั๊บปั๊บปั๊บปั๊บปั๊บ
Revelio.
จานมาแล้วจ้าจานมีอะไรให้จับใช้ต่อยไหมเนี่ย
Professor, I'm glad to see you.
And I you. Thank Merlin you're in one piece. I heard about the attack. Trolls in Hogsmeade?
Sir, the trolls were wearing armor. It had that dark glow, like the dragon collar.
Goblin silver. Ranrock used it to control the dragon. But how? And why send trolls too?
They were there because of me. I overheard Ranrock talking with Victor Rookwood.
Ranrock was in Hogsmeade with Rookwood.
The trolls were Ranrock's distraction so that Rookwood could get to me, and he would have, had Serona and the patrons at the Three Broomsticks not intervened.
This is grave news indeed. If Ranrock's goblins and dark wizards are after you, they want what we found in that vault.
Speaking of the vault, do you think that Ranrock is working with any of the goblins at Gringotts?
I do not. Gringotts goblins aren't typically the friendliest of beings, but they have a great deal of integrity. No, I dare say after what happened to that poor banker, the goblins at Gringotts are no followers of Ranrock.
They're
แต่
after the
ว่าไอ้ตัว
locket.
ที่ฝึกประตู
You
มันจะ
said you
ตาม
discovered something in it.
Yes, yes. I discovered an inscription. When I read it aloud, this map appeared. Clever enchantment. It's a map of Hogwarts, to be sure, but I do not know where it leads.
It leads to the library. The restricted section, to be precise. And a bit beyond. I see traces of magic there on the map.
I suspected you would see something.
Shall we go?
I appreciate your enthusiasm, and I'm eager to discover what we may find there as well. But if our experience at Gringotts, let alone what happened to Miriam, taught me anything, it's that the path we're on is terribly dangerous. I'd like you to work with Professor Hecat a bit before we continue.
But sir, how dangerous could the library be? Perhaps we're only after a book.
Perhaps we are only after a book, but we should be prepared for anything. Once you've honed your defensive magic further, come and see me. I'll let Professor Hecat know to expect you.
ครับผมนะคะสจฮิกแฟลตไปยังไงเราอยู่ไหนอ่ะสจฮิกแฟลตอ่ะสจฮิกแฟลตต้องไปนี่ก่อนเนาะไปเรียนอินสติโอติดตามภารกิจ Let's go.
Revelio.
you'll help me?
จานมาแล้วจ้าครับนะจาน
Revelio.
I believe we have some matters to discuss.
พูดคุย
I'm here about the new spell you wanted to teach me, Professor.
Good. Professor Fig indicated a certain urgency to you completing your defensive magic assignments. As such, you are to learn Incendio, the fire-making spell, handy for lighting torches, burning away spider webs, and, when necessary, defending against those who would wish to do us harm.
Sounds versatile.
Quite. But before we get started, I'd like you to complete a few tasks. You may be surprised by some of them. Astonishing how much students don't think their professors know. When you're finished, come and see me. Then we shall begin working on Incendio.
ครับผม
You know where to find me once you've finished.
ชนะการประลองไม้กายสิทธิ์
Seems crossed ones isn't as secret as it's believed to be.
ไปไหนต่ออะ
If only a new student would help me with my sad predicament.
ไกลจังมีใกล้ๆไหมเนี่ยไม่มีที่ใกล้ๆเลยอะต้องเดินไป
Revelio.
Don't get too cocky simply because you had one victory over Sallow. He never backs down from the fight.
Revelio.
Oh, not again!
Here I've come from the toilet bowl where she said I could swim. Did you practice the bowl? As long as we're only one time per week, I can find you going lavatory, not that. He tried to stop me, did Rancor's car, thought the traffic.
Revelio.
What a long time ago.
Glad you could make it. Lucan's just over there.
Pio. Reparo. Levioso. Lumos.
ในวิโอโซ
Revelio.
ตักเป็นแบบนี้นั่นแหละเก็บทุกอย่างเลยเข้าได้ไหมเนี่ยไม่เข้าไหมเนี่ยไม่เข้าหรอไม่เข้ากันเนี่ยก็ไปไหนไหน
Can I help you?
Sebastian told me to see you about a club.
If Sebastian vouches for you, that's all I need to know. I coordinate duels for crossed ones. A dueling club of sorts. It's invitation only, so you must have really impressed Sebastian.
แต่ดูทรงไอ้นี่จะเด็กกว่าเราปะ
I'm flattered to hear that. Sebastian's not a bad duelist either.
Imagine it's quite something to see the two of you duel.
How does crossed ones work exactly?
You show up, I match you with other duelists, and whoever is still standing in the end wins. It's our way of determining the school's greatest duelist once and for all. And to liven things up, the winner is awarded a prize. Interested?
Of course. Dueling's an entertaining pastime.
I agree. Besides, in crossed ones, you could duel with a partner if you like. Your first time I'll pair you with Sebastian. Next time, you'll need to bring a partner along, or duel alone. So, care to step into the ring?
Get
พร้อ
me
ม
in the
จ้า
ring.
Spectacular! Let the fireworks begin!
We'll make you regret signing up.
แล้วทำไมต้องไอ้นี่ขนาดนั้นด้วยครับเนี่ยเอ้ยผมได้อยู่แล้วครับ
Confringo.
Potato!
Give 'em all four! Leviosa, act like a winner.
เอ้ย
It's Leviosa!
Confringo. Is that all you've got?
ล้มหนึ่งยังกดปุ่มผิดอยู่เลยอะ
Come on. Confringo.
Some big hits that round.
Nice work! Sebastian wasn't wrong about you. There's strong competition ahead, but keep this up and you could be the next school champion.
Brilliant. Count me in.
I shall. In fact, the second duel is ready when you are. And as a fully initiated member, you now have access to the official Crossed Wands training dummy. Very good way to master spell combinations. Again, congratulations on your first Crossed Wands victory. Well fought.
ครับผม
Hope to see you back here again.
ชนะฝึกคาถาต่อเนื่องแล้วเราจะไอ้นี่ได้อีกไหมอะ
Hello, Lucan. Is the next round of Crossed Wands all set?
Why, yes it is. I've got a great match lined up. Ready for another round?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Brilliant. Are you dueling with a partner?
Yes, Sebastian.
Then let's get to it.
Ready to get thrashed?
โอ้สวยจัง พี่สาวเสื้อเขียวสวยจังเลย ว้าว
Leviosa winner. Leviosa. Find the one.
โอ้ใกล้เกินใกล้เกิน
Potato.
Leviosa.
Confringo.
There you go.
Leviosa. Potato.
You're better than that. Confringo. Is that all you've got?
Leviosa.
Confringo.
Leviosa. Stupefy. What am I to do up here? Hero.
เอ้ยกดใช้แล้ววะ
Leviosa. Leviosa. Stupefy. Accio.
ไอคิโอคนได้ด้วย ว้าพี่สาวโคตร
I
เท่
gave it my all.
You did indeed. The other duelists have already taken notice of you, but after that last round, they'll really have it in for you. You'd better keep practicing if you want a chance at winning, or at least surviving the next round. I'll let you know when we're ready. Hope to see you then.
ครับผม
The next round is for all the gobstones, so to speak.
ฝึกเล่นคาถาต่อเนื่องให้สำเร็จ1 รอบ
Hello, Lucan. May I use the training dummy?
Of course. I'll fetch it and give you a list of combinations to practice. Ready to have a try now?
พร้อม
That would be wonderful.
Be sure to cast all your spells before the dummy lands. If you need to stop practicing before you finish all of them, let me know.
อะไร
Accio.
อะไรอ่ะ ไม่เข้าใจอ่ะ
Accio.
อ๋อ
Excellent form.
Leviosa.
Nicely done.
Leviosa.
อ๋อกดเพลิน
Leviosa. Accio.
That's it. I'd say that's enough practice. You looked good out there.
Thank you, Lucan.
I say better to discover one's weaknesses during practice than during a duel. You'll be a fearsome challenger now.
Assignment's all finished.
เราก็กลับไปหาสอจอแล้ว
She did say that.
I thought she did. I hope.
แล้วศาสตราจารย์เฮลแคทไม่ได้อยู่ที่นี่เหรอคะ งงภูสาวาร์ปมา
Might some kind soul help me?
I trust Mr. Brattleby was able to accommodate you and that you found success in...
I finished all of the tasks you gave me, Professor Hecat.
Glad to hear it. Then you should be ready to learn Incendio.
Should be, Professor.
Yes. I'm sorry to say, I visited enough careless colleagues at St. Mungo's to assure you that fire is a fickle servant. Your spellcasting has impressed me thus far, but please maintain focus. I would rather we not end today's lesson with your robes aflame. Let us begin. And remember, focus on the proper wand movement. Concentrate, and keep your wand steady. Good work.
Incendio!
อ๋อ
Leviosa!
I said it was for an essay.
เมื่อไหร่จะได้ไม้กวาดอะเรามีโอกาสจะได้ไม้กวาดกับเขาไหมอ้าวประตูก็ไม่เปิดอีก
Revelio.
Ah, there you are.
Hello, sir. You'll be pleased to know that I worked on my defensive magic with Professor Hecat.
So I hear. She tells me you've taken rather well to your new wand. You must continue to work with her and your other professors to improve your skills. That said, I don't wish to postpone our visit to the library any longer. So, shall we proceed?
Fig, I have work for you. Come.
Headmaster, I'm with a student and my schedule
Your
is...
schedule will wait indefinitely, as will your student. I would think that after all the trouble you caused me with Osric, you'd be eager to make amends. My office. 5 minutes.
That man is exasperating. Unfortunately, our trip to the restricted section will have to wait a bit longer.
But, Professor...
We have no choice. It would be unwise to provoke our illustrious headmaster further. I shall find you when I've completed whatever toils I must endure.
Sebastian mentioned sneaking into the restricted section. Perhaps he'll have an idea. Revelio. Sebastian, there you are.
I was hoping to see you. I was in the Three Broomsticks after the troll attack and saw what happened with Rookwood and Harlow. Not many students have Victor Rookwood's attention. What was that all about?
บอกได้เหรอ
I've never even met him. Perhaps he mistook me for another student.
If you say so. I won't press you now, but you will have to tell me what's going on at some point. You might need me. So, why were you looking for me?
I need to find something for Professor Fig, but it's in the restricted section of the library.
He can't get it himself?
He was called away by Black at the last moment. I suppose I could wait to get a note from him, but...
You want to show some initiative.
Precisely. You mentioned being clever enough not to get caught in the restricted section.
And I am. Meet me outside the library tonight, and tell no one.
How concerned should I be about the librarian?
Madam Scribner doesn't take kindly to clandestine activities taking place amongst her precious books, so do all that you can to avoid her. She and I have had our entanglements, but I can hold my own against her. You may not be so lucky.
What will happen if we're caught in the restricted section?
Detention, no doubt, but a word of caution or two will help. For one, avoid Peeves the poltergeist. Aside from wanton destruction of property, he loves nothing more than telling on the likes of us.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll meet you later.
Right.
See there? That's the door we need to reach. And those annoying prefects would love nothing more than to rat on us to Scribner, so don't let them see us. Understood?
I can be sneaky. Let's go.
Hold on now. There's a spell you should know. The disillusionment charm. Good for getting places you're not supposed to be. Cast it and you'll appear as little more than a trick of the light, just as long as you keep your distance and stay quiet.
You mean I'll actually be able to turn invisible?
Something like that. It's not as foolproof as a cloak, but those are expensive. And spells are free. Give it a try.
ยังไงนะคาถาก็ใส่คาถาช่างเก็บของไว้ในคาถาจะรู้ได้ไงว่าคาถาที่ต้องการอ๋อต้องหูใส่แทน
Silent as a grave. The librarian's still here. Quick, behind the bookcase.
เฮ้ยกลับมาลอง
You told me the librarian would be gone by now.
I said usually, but it'll still be all right. Do you see her desk behind me? The key is in the drawer of that desk. Now, here's what we're going to do. I'll create a distraction to draw her away. You focus on getting the key. I'll meet you outside of the restricted section.
Wait, why do we need a key? Isn't there a spell for this?
Alohomora. That's how I always used to get in. But the librarian twigged that I knew the spell and cast an anti-Alohomora charm on the lock. So now it's just this key. But don't worry. I said I'd get you in, and I always keep my word. Trust me.
Is someone there? Is that you, Peeves?
The key. Here it is.
Goodness gracious, what a mess!
พกของซะด้วยพกของซะด้วย
That wasn't so difficult after all. Now, to find that book.
Oh, that one's charmed to look more useful than it is. It's fooled me twice.
Revelio.
Never judge a tome by its cover,
เอาไว้
I say.
กล่องนานๆเข้ามาทีเนี่ยขอหน่อยไม่ได้มีโอกาสจะเข้ามาดู
The
ghost. Don't let her see you.
โอ้ยเห็นไรมาตาฝาดเฮ้ยอะไร
Should be in the clip. There's no need for us to be skulking about.
ฝาดแล้ว
So what is it you've been looking for?
I'm looking for a cure to help my twin sister, Anne, so that she can return to Hogwarts.
Revelia.
Because Merlin knows everyone else has given up.
Why do you think you'll find a cure in the restricted section? Does the Hogwarts matron have nothing that can help Anne?
No, we've tried everyone from Nurse Blaine to St. Mungo's. But I can research on my own. No need to concern yourself with that right now. Let's focus on what you're after. Which is what, precisely?
I'll know it when I see it.
You're being awfully cryptic. Secrets of the darkest hours. I'm impressed.
Levius. Revelia.
Who have we here? Sebastian Solo and his new little friend.
เฮ้ย
Out exploring where they shouldn't be. Naughty, naughty, you'll get caughty.
Peeves, don't
I'm
you...
going to tell, I'm going to tell, I'm going to tell.
Oh, blasted Peeves! I've got to stop him, or at least get to the librarian with a good excuse for all of this.
Wait, I don't want you getting into trouble for me.
I have a way with the faculty when it comes to disciplinary matters. Besides, I like having friends who are in my debt. Now go. Good luck in your search. Now, where has that damned poltergeist got to?
I know just the spell to repair this armor. Revelio. Of course. Traces of ancient magic. There must be more to this room. Revelio. That's it.
เฮ้ยใส่ของก่อนเลยงั้น มันต้องได้บวกแน่เลย ใส่เลย อ้ไม่ใส่ไม่ได้
Where might this lead?
Accio.
เป็นไงอ้าว
Levioso. Accio.
กดอะไรไม่รู้นี่กดตัวมาก
Revelio.
Not surprising. Hands at the ready.
Revelio.
มีตัวเฮ้ย อะไรนี่เหรอ
Revelio. Accio. Tego. Stupefy. Stupefy. Accio. Levioso.
นี่อยากไปทางนู้นอ่ะเฮ้ยตรงนั้นมีกล่องนะเพื่อนเป็นไงอ่ะ
Accio.
ตัดตกเลยกูอ้าวมาได้เฉยวันนี้ล่ะไม่มีอะไรเนี่ยไม่มีอ้าว
Revelio.
This must be the way forward. But to where? Nearly there. Best keep my wits about me.
อะไรไม่รู้เก็บไว้ก่อนว้าว โอ้โดดนะ
Accio. Levioso. Tego. Stupefy. Accio.
มาจากไหน
Potato.
เฮ้ยอย่าหนึ่งกดผิดเลยโอ้ยใจเย็นเธอตัวได้ไหมเล่าโอ้ยโอ้ยโอ้ยยาจะหมดแล้วไม่นะ
It is a book after all.
Mm. แล้วก่อนไล่มนต์ที่ไม่แอบกัน
You wanted to see me? Headmistress Fitzgerald? Professor Rackham?
Miss Isadora Morganach, welcome.
Professor Rookwood? Professor Bakar?
We understand that you are adjusting well to life at Hogwarts.
I am.
I am glad. Especially in light of your unusual situation, starting as a 5th year.
As it happens, I was also admitted to Hogwarts as a 5th year. I've never heard of another like us.
Miss Morganach, when we spoke yesterday after class, you asked about the beautiful swirls you saw years ago when we visited your hamlet.
I recognized you all immediately. I cannot thank you enough for what you did.
We were glad to help.
And yes, I did see swirls of magic everywhere that day. My father insists it was my imagination running wild, but it was certainly real to me.
It was not your imagination.
Percival, Professor Rackham can see them too. But we've never known of another who could.
I don't understand. What are they?
The whispers or traces that appear when a particular form of ancient magic is wielded.
Ancient magic?
Few are capable of wielding it. Hogwarts itself is a stronghold of ancient magic.
So if I can see traces of ancient magic, does that mean I can wield it too?
With the proper training.
But let us not get ahead of ourselves, Miss Morganach.
Before I can train you to wield such magic, you must first master all that Hogwarts has to offer.
A magic this powerful can do great harm in the wrong hands. It must be wielded by a select few. As such, we ask that you not speak to anyone about what we have discussed here today.
โอ้เฮงตัวร้ายมากเลยอ่ะมันเป็นเรื่องในอดีตนี่
Sebastian.
Sneaking in the restricted section again! I had thought we were through with this mischief. Clearly detentions are insufficient. I'm afraid I must take this to the headmaster.
But
that being said, Peeves informs me that you didn't come alone tonight. If someone has coerced you, I would have you tell me. You're a bright boy. Don't waste this.
there was nobody else. I came alone.
Wow.
Oh, Sebastian. What will your uncle say?
Revelio.
ทีนี้มีอะไรให้เก็บไหมจะไปแล้วนะมีอะไรให้เก็บไหมนี่แปลแล้วนะ
Prepare. Leviosa. Accio. Revelio.
จะย้อนกลับไปได้ไหมไม่น่าจะไปได้ออกไปดีกว่าไม่รอด
Revelio. Preparo.
มากดผิดไม่ชิน
Accio.
โอ้เน่โอ้สว่างแล้วนี่ ก็ตกใจหมด
Revelio.
ยังจะรอมันไม่ได้รอมาถึงเจอแล้วนะนี่นะได้ ไ แต่งตัวเป็นรอบพี่เอ็ม
You cannot be serious. Goblins working with Rookwood makes no sense.
It is rather unorthodox, to say the least.
Unorthodox? It's inconceivable. It's... Ah, Fig. You have a visitor. I'll see what I can find out.
Sir, I was able to search the restricted section while you were with Professor Black. It was a book we were after.
What? That's... Wait. You accessed the restricted section? But how? Thinking on it, perhaps it's best you spare me the details.
Fair enough. In fact, the book was below the restricted section, as it appeared on the map.
I want to hear everything. First, let's have a look. Oh dear. Some of these pages seem to be missing. It appears someone has got to the book before us. Still, I will need time to study what remains. Perhaps we can still salvage something useful, though it may take some time. I wonder why it was here, below Hogwarts.
I think I know, sir. I saw 2 more memories where I found the book.
Another pensive. Godric's heart.
The man we saw before, Percival Rackham, was a professor here. The first memory showed him and 3 other professors using ancient magic to restore a hamlet from a drought.
Miriam was right. And the second memory?
In the second, they were talking to a student who started as a 5th year, like I did. She could see traces of magic too.
Why those memories? Perhaps this book will explain. I'll have to take it with me to London. The headmaster has insisted that I speak directly to the minister about George's death.
What will you tell them about Mr. Osric's death?
I don't know how much I dare say. George tried to convince the ministry about Ranrock, but to no avail. My instinct is to follow the path we are on for the moment and keep the details to ourselves until we know more.
I understand. I'll see what I can learn about the missing pages while you're gone.
Good. Don't neglect your studies. Your wand work is improving by the day. But you'll want to pay attention in herbology and potions. There's more to magic than spellcasting.
Plenty to keep me occupied while you're gone.
You've done exceptionally well. I look forward to seeing all that you've accomplished when I return. Oh, and don't neglect your friends. You may be surprised by how much you can learn from them as well.
Meet me in Lower Hogsfield as soon as possible. I would like to talk to you about Rookwood and Harlow, and it might be best to do so outside of the castle.
Professor Fig and Weasley have asked that I teach you an additional defensive spell. Please complete the assignments I have given. And then proceed to see me in my classroom.
Alien for the fun. Alien.
Revelio.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
Revelio. Revelio.
There's something in there. I just know it.
Revelio.
Very pungent onion.
ไม่ใช่ลูกกูด้วยเก็บไปก่อนเฮ้ยมีคนจีบกันปะเนี่ย
Revelio.
เก็บหมดเลยแล้วกันยังไม่ได้เริ่มเรียนด้วยซ้ำแต่ว่าสมุดของ
Good morning, Professor Garlick.
How wonderful it is to see you again, Lenora dear. Oh, here. You'll need these for today's class. A little treat for your auntie. Ah, hello. Class, please welcome the newest rose in our garden. We do look forward to growing together. How thrilling it is to have everyone back together again. This year will be filled with enchantment and excitement, but the most important thing cultivated in herbology is knowledge. The prudent herbologist is no more afraid of the venomous tentacular than the bouncing bulb. Now then, today we will be acquainting ourselves with the mellifluous tuber known as the mandrake root. Accio. Let's see if we can't make our fibrous friends a bit more comfortable, shall we? First, let's protect our ears. Now, everyone, grip their mandrake by the tendrils and give it a firm tug. Quickly! Place your mandrake in the new core and pat down the soil! The soil should envelop the root like a warm, dirty blanket, putting the mandrake right at ease. Reparo! I'm very sorry about that. Yours was a bit mature, I'm afraid. All right then, off you go. Splendid work, everyone. Now, for our next task, we'll be planting dittany at our potting tables.
I wonder if... The best time to plant a seed is last season. The second best...
I do wonder about Professor Fig. He's hardly ever
Yes,
in his
Professor?
classroom.
Firstly, well done with your mandrake. They can be rather difficult to get a grasp of.
Actually, I enjoyed it. I couldn't help but catch your enthusiasm.
How kind of you. It seems you're already taking to herbology like a mandrake to fresh soil. Now, as I mentioned, next we'll be planting dittany. Let us find you some seeds.
I already have some, Professor. Picked them up in Hogsmeade.
You visited the Magic Neep. Wonderful! A prepared student is bound to bloom. I've arranged for you to have your own potting table here in the classroom. Wasn't easy to spare one on such late notice. Plant the seeds there now, and you can return to harvest them later. Even with soil, sunlight, and a bit of magic, they will take time to grow.
Let's see how to balance my star thistle arrangement. Miffler's Fancy or roses?
Dittany's restorative properties make it a vital ingredient in the Wiggenweld potion, as you all should know from Professor Sharp's class. Well done! Once it can be harvested, your dittany will be ready to use in Wiggenweld potion. I'll let Professor Sharp tell you about that. Now, what say we branch out? Introduce you to a different sort of flora, the Chinese chomping cabbage. You'll find that some plants are better suited to uses outside of a cauldron. The cabbages do get testy without something to chew. Fortunately, I have a dummy for them to gnaw on. Be a dear and let them have a good chomping.
Yes, Professor.
They're in the other greenhouse. It's just at the end of the footbridge leading out of this room. Your classmate, Mr. Pruitt, has kindly offered to accompany you. Come back and see me when you're finished. Oh, and mind your fingers. They do bite.
Hello. Saw you on your way to Hogsmeade the other day. Nice to meet. Nice work in Defense Against the Dark Arts, by the way.
Excuse me?
Your duel with Sebastian. And he's good.
Revelio.
Thinks he's really good. But you outright slaughtered him. It was brilliant.
Oh, well, thank you.
I nearly put Sebastian in his place myself. Here we are. Home of the Chinese chomping cabbage. Go on. Grab a few of those cabbages. Now, see that dummy? Just toss the cabbages at it, and they'll do the rest.
LB ค้างเอาไว้เรากดเปิดวงล้อขึ้น
Look at that. They'll chomp on anything they can get their mouths
พี่
on.
ตีแรงกว่ากูใช้เวทมนต์
Mum
อีก
planted some in her garden last year to keep the gnomes out. Did save her the de-gnoming, but they left her honking daffodils in tatters. Vicious little bastards, aren't they? My kind of plants. Not like stupid booba tubers and bouncing bulbs. The kind of plants that just have your back in a fight. Not saying you can't go it alone, but, well, imagine that wasn't a dummy.
Trust me, Leander. I was imagining it the entire time.
You were? I mean, of course, you're, not someone to be trifled with. I see that. Dogweed and deathcap has more of them, if you're keen. Other plants too. Ones your parents wouldn't plant in the garden. You get the idea. Anyway, we probably ought to head back to class. Take your time. I'll see you back in class.
À, không mà sủ. Nó thế mà thằngนี้เหรอเนี่ย
Revelio.
สิ่งที่ก็หลงที่ถึงได้
And with that helpful reminder as to why we should always wear our dragon hide gloves, I shall end our lesson here. Terribly sorry, Mr. Clopton.
I tended to the Chinese chomping cabbages, Professor.
Remarkable plants, aren't they? I hope they weren't too much trouble. Oh, don't see any bite marks or missing digits. And good, as you do seem to be quite green-fingered. Oh, I'm eager to see your skill in the soil continue to blossom.
Magical plants have so much to offer. I'm eager to learn more.
I'm glad. Herbology is a bounteous subject. Tend to your garden, and it will tend to you. Huh. Well, I suppose that's everything. Do come by for a chat sometime. I so enjoy checking in with my new students.
Oh, เสร็จเรียบร้อย
Revelio.
Those mandrakes are really relishing their new pots. Only
Did you know that you can make anything grow? We must first understand it. That goes for plants as well as friendships. Kindness and concern are as necessary in the greenhouse as in the Great Hall.
Revelio.
เก็บเรียบเก็บเรียบมันมีโอกาสที่เราไปที่อื่นไหมฉันอยากไปที่แบบนี้นะไม่ไปไหมอะไม่ได้ไปปะโอ้ยกระโดดมานี่เลย
Revelio.
Cái nàyจะไปร้านไหนร้านนี้เขาได้อย่างสนใจร้านนี้สุดๆไม่ชอบอย่าง ยังจะไม่ชอบก็ได้
Take your time looking about. Plenty of wonderful books to stoke a curious mind like yours. Let me know if there's anything else I can do to help.
ต้องเป็นร้านไหนนะ
Revelio.
Hello there. In the market for potions, are we?
ฉันเห็นของตรงของที่แพงด้วยใช่ไหมไหนวะมันคือหลังร้านพี่เหรอ
Welcome. Do let me know if I can be of any assistance at all.
ข้างล่างอยากได้ยาฮิวแพงจัง แพงจังพ่อ3,100 เหรอ
A wise decision. Thank you.
ไม่ใช่อันละ100 จบโดนหลอกขาย
I hope to see you again. Farewell for now.
ต้มปู
Revelio.
ไปยังไงวะ เห็นเหรอพี่เห็นหนูหรอ
Revelio.
มาผิดร้านเนี่ยจะไปร้านนี้มันจะได้ไป
Revelio.
If you work all day with your hands, you're no better than a model.
Come on in, come on in. Don't be shy.
พี่รู้ได้ไงว่าหนูมาถึงสายนี่
Revelio.
าไม่ได้หรอเข้าไม่ได้ผมไปเข้าตำนานดีกว่าเรียบร้อยโชว์เลย
Revelio.
ไปเอาใหม่
Revelio.
อ้าวตกน้ำเนี่ยไม่เปิดจบเป็นไงผมจะเป็นเอาเสื้อผ้าด้วยซ้ำ
Revelio.
เพื่อชาวบ้านชาวเมืองเขาไม่ตกใจที่แบบมันมาไล่กระถางกัน
Before you ask, I'm all out of the new socks, so if your feet are smelly, you'll have to work it out for yourself.
มันขอหนูใส่ชุดก่อนเราก็จะดูว่ายังไงนะครับที่คือผมอยากจะอุดหนุนก็ยังใส่ไม่ได้ด้วยนั่นสินี่จะขายจริงต้องมีชิ้นดีนะโอเคแว่นก็เดี๋ยวต้องตัดได้
Be sure to stop by whenever you're about.
Fun.
If I haven't said it before, it's a pleasure doing business with you. I suspect you have a sharp eye for fashion. Be sure to stop by whenever you're about.
จับละ ห้องเรียนอยู่ไหนวะ
Revelio.
Nothing worse than students practicing jinxes on each other in the common. Maybe Ormond or someone from the ministry guarding the school after the incident in Hogsmeade.
Professor Black would never allow that. It would make him look completely incompetent.
Revelio.
Potions is one of the most challenging and hazardous subjects taught at this school. As fifth years, you will be required to reach new heights of both discipline and intellect. You will begin this term by brewing a Wigan Weld potion. Mr. Takar, can you tell us why this particular potion might come in handy?
Yes, Professor Sharp. The Wiggenweld potion can be used to sterilize and even heal a variety of injuries.
It can heal some injuries, but not all. Points for Ravenclaw. Before today's class is completed, each of you will have brewed a Wiggenweld potion of your own. You never know when you might need it. Please begin.
ไม่ได้สอนนี่มึงมาถึงให้กูทำอะไรกูจะทำ
Use a strong, even motion when crushing your ingredients. Please be meticulous when adding powder to your potions. One errant sneeze could be disastrous.
Yeah.
I see most of you have not forgotten how to stir. Not an easy potion to brew. Well done. And from what I hear of your recent exploits in Hogsmeade, you'd also do well to practice brewing the defensive Edurus potion. Professor Weasley had you acquire the recipe from J. Pippins, correct?
Yes, sir.
Good. For the moment, you can find the ingredients you need in my office. But in the future, you'll be expected to provide your own ingredients. Some can be harvested from the plants you grow in your herbology class, and rarer ones can be purchased. Others, however, may be harder to obtain, and will require you to be a bit more resourceful. Come and see me when you've finished brewing, and we'll see if it was skill or luck the first time round. Should you chop the Dittany or crush it?
My parents considered keeping me home from school this year after the rumors of a...
Did I hear Professor Sharp say that you have permission to go into his office?
He did say that. He wants me to get more ingredients to brew another potion.
Brilliant! You, my friend, have been presented with an extraordinary opportunity. I'm Gareth, by the way. Gareth Weasley. Bit of a prodigy with potions, if I do say so myself.
Pleasure to meet you. Wait, are you related to Professor Weasley?
She's my aunt. Keeps too close an eye on me for comfort. Ugh. But she can't be everywhere. Listen, anyone with a troll-sized brain can brew an Edurus potion. I'm working on something that's certain to be spectacular. I'm just missing one tiny last ingredient that will add that extra spark.
I suspect that's where I come in.
You're as clever as I'd hoped. I simply need a single Fwooper feather. As you'll already be in Sharp's office with his permission, perhaps you could grab it for me.
I'll get you the Fwooper feather, as long as you're certain Sharp won't miss it.
I assure you he won't. Fwooper feathers aren't that valuable. Wait until you see what I'm brewing. Hurry back to me when you have the feather.
Your potion should not be there. Your potion station's organized and free of clutter.
Here's the Fwooper feather you wanted.
Brilliant! Thank you! This is going to take a moment to brew. You should get back to brewing your Edurus potion, and I'll tell you when this concoction's finished.
Proficiency in potions are two things that cannot be rushed. Have patience and be thorough.
And now we add the mallow sweet, and... That's odd. What's happening? Wait, it's not supposed to... Ah!
Get it!
Dragon Duck! What happened?
Well done, Gareth.
What now, Mr. Weasley?
Sorry, Professor.
That'll be points from Gryffindor. Again. Mr. Weasley did not do this on his own. His accomplice will answer to me as well.
I brewed an Edurus potion, as you asked, Professor.
I'm surprised you had the time. You seemed rather busy helping Mr. Weasley brew chaos.
I'm sorry, Professor. I was merely trying to help a friend.
Taking responsibility for one's actions does go a long way with me. I shall assume that you've learnt a lesson. As for the work you did today at your own cauldron, I will say you've done well. I confess I was skeptical, given the advanced nature of this class and the fact you're a new student.
I'm glad I was able to meet your expectations.
A rare occurrence. And you do well to remember that you're not a potions master quite yet. In addition to having a solid grasp of how to combine various ingredients, you should gain an understanding of the ingredients themselves. Pay particular attention in herbology. The plants you nurture there are often essential to the potions you brew here. Now, I recommend that you find a safe location in which to practice brewing. You cannot leave a hot cauldron simply anywhere. That'll be all. I think each of us has had enough excitement for one day. Class is dismissed.
Revelio.
Ugh, my robes are going to reek from Gareth's inspiration for the...
Revelio.
This cannot possibly be as difficult as it seems.
Revelio.
Hogwarts has brought me and my siblings closer together. We've had to rely on each other. My older sisters.
Accio. Levioso. Revelio.
In my opinion, divination is a load of rubbish.
Revelio.
ไกลเหมือนกันนะเนี่ย
Revelio. I should investigate.
It is good to see you, my friend.
แป๊บนึงได้ไหม
Revelio.
ขอรู้ก่อนแล้วกัน
Revelio. Revelio.
จะเข้าไม่ได้
I never thought Ramrock's loyalists would go this far.
Hello, sir. What do you sell here?
Hello, I'm Jalal Semi, and this is my potion shop. I can answer any questions you have about the town.
Any whispers going about the town?
You may have noticed we have a bit of a rivalry with Upper Hogsfield. Not much to it, but we're still the better of the two Hogsfields. Better than most other places, too.
Can you tell me a bit about yourself?
Oh, let's see. Well, I am Lower Hogsfield's preeminent potioneer. But I was once a lowly Hogwarts student like you. In fact, I'll give you the Hogwarts discount. It's the standard price. My prices are low enough already, you see.
What do you have for sale?
I sell only potions and their ingredients. If you can't fix it with a potion, then it's best left broken, I say. My ingredients are all local to this area, and my potions are brewed to keep you healthy and safe.
What do you have for sale?
ก็ราคาเท่ากัน
I hope to see you again sometime.
It's like a place right out of a storybook.
I never thought Ramrock's loyal.
It is good to see you, my friend.
Hello, Natty. How are you? I hope you've recovered from our rather eventful trip to Hogsmeade.
I am well, but I have been worried about you, my friend. With Ranrock and Rookwood and Harlow after you?
I'm all right at the moment.
We did not speak about it at the time, but I am hoping now you might tell me why they were looking for you.
They want something that Professor Fig and I found at Gringotts.
When were you at Gringotts?
Just before we came to Hogwarts. In fact, it's why I was late to the sorting ceremony. A portkey brought us there after the dragon attacked our carriage.
What on earth?
There's one more thing. It's a bit odd, if I'm honest. Professor Fig says I have a rare connection to a powerful form of ancient magic.
Is that the magic you used fighting the trolls in Hogsmeade?
I think so. I'm still learning, but I can see traces of it, and I've cast magic I can't otherwise explain. I know that's a lot to absorb.
It is. And I will have more questions. For now, it is safe to say that Rookwood and Harlow are a threat to both of us, to all of us, which is why I wanted to speak to you. I realized something that day in Hogsmeade. You displayed such courage fighting that troll, and Serona wasn't intimidated one bit by Rookwood and Harlow. Both of you have inspired me to take a stand of my own.
What sort of stand?
Men like Rookwood and Harlow are the reason my mother and I left Matibililand. I am not going to sit by and watch them destroy my new home.
Good. Rookwood and Harlow are a dangerous pair, and the fact that they're working with Ranrock, well...
All the more reason they must be stopped. Rumor has it that Theophilus Harlow runs Rookwood's day-to-day operations. Taking him down would cripple Rookwood's entire enterprise.
That may be true, but shouldn't Officer Singer handle someone like Harlow?
I spoke with her. She was polite, but perhaps understandably would not discuss details with a student. I overheard some of Rookwood's lot talking about a massive poaching operation that Harlow is planning. I was thinking that we could investigate a bit, try to get the evidence that Officer Singer needs.
All right. But how?
I am going to watch and listen, find out precisely what Harlow is up to. I shall reach out when I know more. In the meantime, remember, I am here if you need me.
Thank you, Natty.
Be on your guard.
I beg your
Revelio.
pardon. How dare you threaten me?
What's going on here?
They must have come this way. Think!
I've no idea who it is you think I might have seen. I've been busy with my research. I do not have time to...
Victor Rookwood don't give a doxy's nip back your time. Oi! Speak of the devil. Mr. Rookwood would like a word with you.
A student? You can't be serious.
Enough out of you.
Leave her alone.
Stupefy!
I'll have taken your life. I'll never get used to battling reputation. Overgrown weed.
You will not survive this fight!
I'll watch the light go out of your eyes. Stop right there! Take it home!
Oh, นี่ต้องหลบโอเค
Tell Rookwood to find me himself.
What on earth just happened? I've never been accosted in such a manner, and so close to Hogwarts.
Are you all right?
I am, thanks in no small part to your excellent defensive skills. Care to tell me why two Ashwinders were ready to dispatch me to get to you?
Ashwinders?
Victor Rookwood's thieves and extortionists, his little cronies. They seemed quite keen on you.
It's a long story, but thank you for your help.
Well, you've avoided them for the moment. Priya warned me things were getting dangerous. Best get moving on my research before they return.
You mentioned someone named Priya.
Yes, my wife. She's the one who piqued my interest in Merlin. Gave me a book when we were students at Hogwarts. Typical hard-working Hufflepuff, brilliant potioneer, has her own shop in Knockturn Alley. She's a travelling vendor. Hears what's going on in the Highlands before I do.
You're a researcher?
Nora Treadwell at your service. Historian and archaeologist specialising in Merlin's work and life.
Merlin? Of the legend of King Arthur?
The very same. Merlin attended Hogwarts, you know, and I'm studying some curious fixtures he left here centuries ago.
Fixtures?
These vine-covered pillars, dozens of them, all around the area. I've taken to calling them the Trials of Merlin. I believe he created them as a diversion for his fellow Slytherins. He was terribly fond of puzzles and enigmas.
I can see why you're so interested in Merlin. I'd be keen to know more about the trials.
Well then, I'll let you in on a little secret. No one has yet managed to figure out how they work. But I believe I have just unlocked a crucial clue. I suspect that Mallowsweet is an important component in getting the trials to work.
Mallowsweet?
Versatile herb. Merlin repeatedly mentioned it in his writings. I had just arrived to test my theory when I was so rudely interrupted. You see, each swirl in Merlin's writing has a symbol in the centre. That started me thinking, what if...
The Mallowsweet is meant to be placed at the centre of the symbols.
Precisely. Would you care to do the honours? We can see what comes of our little hypothesis. I brought a trunk chock full of Mallowsweet with me. It's just over there by my tent.
This trunk?
Yes, Take plenty, even if you already have some.
I have the mallow sweet.
Lovely. Now, notice the vines on these pillars here, as well as a stone swell on the ground. Each trial has these features. Place the mallow sweet on the swell, and we'll see what happens. Did you see that? The vines disappeared.
What should I do now?
This is uncharted territory. I am curious about these pyres.
Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Accio. Revelio.
บททดสอบหรือวะ
Conjuring fire might work. These are pyres after all.
อันนี้ไม่เกี่ยวซ่อนอะไรไว้
Revelio.
เก็บของไปแล้วกันอะไรไม่รู้เนี่ยไม่ทำอะไรอ่ะนี่แล้ว
Perhaps a spell might help us here.
สเปลไหน
Levioso.
มีกี่สเปลมีลุงมอสอะลุงมอสจะช่วยไหมล่ะ
Reparo.
มีแพโลอะมีแพโลช่วยไหม
Lumos.
มอสอ๋อ
Incendio.
กูก็ทำทุกอย่างแล้วเด้อ
The flames make the pyre sink.
อ่ะ
Yes, how beautiful! What a day. I can hardly believe it.
I take it we can call that a success.
We can indeed. However, I now have even more questions. How does it work? I must review my notes. I may have missed something.
Are all of the trials like this one?
Oh, not precisely. Well, I think each has those telltale vines and the swirl on the ground. You should feel free to solve them as you come across them. I believe I have what I need to continue my research. My guess is that each will also require mallow sweet, which you can find in Hogsmeade should you need more. I really must be off. Such a pleasure to meet you. And do be careful out here. Now, I've got what I needed. I shall return to the safety of my notes and books.
ลับแล้วหรอต้องไปไหนก่อน
Greetings. I understand you're quite the enterprising young Ravenclaw. Professor...
Revelio.
If I thought I could complete
Good of you to come. My friend, Professor Fig, speaks highly of you and your resourcefulness. He was vague as to details, but mentioned your having tracked down a difficult-to-find book. I wondered if you'd be willing to do a little detective work on my behalf.
Of course, Mr. Ollivander. Sounds most up my street.
Wonderful. You see, about a century ago, an heirloom applewood wand with a fairy wing core went missing from this very shop. My great-aunt suspected a student named Richard Jackdaw. He'd been serving as an assistant here and suddenly vanished.
Richard Jackdaw?
Like the bird. In fact, he was known to frequent the Hogwarts Owlery. We searched there, of course, but found no wand. We did find a series of statues similar to Jackdaw's. I'm certain they're a clue, but I cannot figure out where they lead. Jackdaw was last heard tittering about some pages with a map he'd stolen from Peeves. As you can imagine, the poltergeist was less than helpful.
Why would the thief have taken the wand?
I must admit I have no idea. From what I can gather, he fancied himself an adventurer of sorts. Always looking for trouble. In fact, after he went missing, rumor had it his ghost was seen in Hogsmeade. Never heard much about him after that, but it seems as if his adventurous spirit may have got the better of him. Perhaps he thought that the wand had some special power simply because of its esteemed lineage. Astonishing how misunderstood the art of wand-making is.
Is there anything special about the wand?
Oh yes, it's terribly special. But not in the way you might think. It won't grant special powers to the caster, no. Nothing like that. But it will ease the hearts and minds of the Ollivanders to know of its return, and that power is immeasurable.
Surely you could continue searching the Owlery.
Oh, one would think. However, the headmaster does not take kindly to an old wand-maker loitering about the place. Can't say I blame him. Also, I have perhaps been looking for too long. I feel a fresh set of eyes, and a bright mind like yours is sure to solve this riddle.
I'll have a look for you. You've certainly given me plenty to go on.
Ah, you've brought hope to this old wand-maker's heart. Professor Fig was right. You are a remarkable student.
We have everything a young student
Yeah,
might need when it
they,
comes to potions. Have a good look around. A wise decision. Thank you. I hope to see you again. Farewell for now.
Welcome. Come on in. Now, where was I? Right. Oh, yes. No one can say I don't keep a stacked shelf.
Revelio.
Tiệt lồng trên. Ôi.
Revelio.
Cầm lấy ra.
Revelio. Incendio.
The statues Mr. Ollivander mentioned must be upstairs amongst the owls. Don't mind me, owls. I'm here to help a friend. Now, where are those statues? I recognize those handles. I'd best keep looking. Here's a welcome surprise. No statues here. nothing. Oh, this will do nicely.
แบบว่านี่ก็แบบ
Here. I'd best keep looking. No statues here. Nothing.
เฮ้ย
Revelio. Oh, I'll take that, thank you. Accio. I'd best keep
นอนนก
looking.
ไม่ตกใจเลย
Revelio. Accio. No statues here.
ขึ้นได้ไหมเนี่ยปิดเนี่ย
Birds aren't afraid of heights. Perhaps I should look a bit higher. Revelio. Levioso. Accio. Nothing. I'd best keep looking. Here's a welcome surprise. A map. It doesn't appear to be connected to the missing pages. Best hang on to it for now. Oh, this will do nicely. Revelio. Accio. Empty perches. Could be the right size for jackdaws. Or statues of jackdaws. What's happening?
Could it be? Someone solved my puzzle after all these years. Well done indeed. Good news. If you've got something to hide, you found the perfect spot. Richard Jackdaw, at your service.
The Richard Jackdaw. So, Mr. Ollivander was right. He wants his family wand back.
Goodness, I'd forgotten about that wand. I assure you I don't have it on me. I'm almost certain I dropped it the moment I was beheaded in that cave. Oh, it was sheer folly to follow that map.
What map?
Ridiculous, really. Found it on some yellowed old pages Peeves had pilfered. Thought I could impress a girl. But that's a story for another day.
So, you stole a wand and then followed a map on some pages that you took from Peeves and followed that map to your doom.
Odd to hear it all reduced to such absurdity, but yes. Why do you care about some old wand?
I don't really. Ollivander does. It's the pages I'm after. Might they be with the wand in the cave?
Indeed. Say, here's an idea. Why don't you meet me at the edge of the Forbidden Forest? I'd be happy to show you where to find them.
How is it possible to steal from Peeves? A poltergeist?
I didn't steal the pages from his ghostly form. I merely found them in his wake of destruction. He's got a penchant for wrecking things, Books, bottles, suits of armor, whatever's likely to cause the most chaos. I doubt he even noticed they were gone.
Why would you steal Mr. Ollivander's family wand?
The family were always going on about how special it was, so I took it. Who could resist? Sadly, it wasn't special enough to save my neck. I fully intended to return it once I learned it was only special for sentimental reasons, but as you can see, I never got the chance.
I think I can guess how you died, but who did it to you?
I was having a look about when I suddenly sensed a refreshing breeze, after which I felt, well, lightheaded. That's all I remember. Hence, if you do visit the cave, be prepared. I can't tell you what for specifically, but you seem a perceptive sort. Beware a light breeze.
If that's the only way for me to get those pages, I'll meet you there.
If you don't mind the sight of my decapitated skeleton, the wand and the pages are yours for the taking.
Revelio.
ควรกลับไปนอนเนี่ยไงพอจ๊ะเพราะฉะนั้นกลับหัวก่อน
Revelio.